After reading The Innovator's Mindset, I took a step back and glanced at my perspective of what I want my classroom to look like. And I kind of took into consideration what I thought innovation meant and what type of things I can do with innovation. So it really opened my eyes to a greater and better understanding. Innovation might sound like kind of a scary word, but it simply just means you're taking something that you already are doing or an old idea and reusing it in a way that is more technology based or user friendly. So, if you can think of the reduce, reuse, recycle pattern when talking about innovation, that kind of helps you understand what you need to do. Now, with innovation, growth mindset and fixed mindset is kind of a big deal. So, we've talked a lot about this, but growth mindset is basically knowing that failure happens. Failure is an opportunity to grow. Challenges help you do better things in your classroom and getting your students to like new things. It, we all try to aim for the growth mindset, but it can be difficult. Now, on the other hand, when I talk about a fixed mindset, this is not dealing towards innovation at all. This is the complete opposite of innovation. So, meaning that your failures are the limit to your abilities, meaning if you fail, you'll never succeed. So we're really trying to go away from the fixed mindset, and I believe that innovation is one of those ways that we can help build up that growth mindset and eliminate the negative thinking. In the book, it talked a lot about, like I previously just said, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. So here it's just talking about, in a fixed mindset, you just say, I give up. Well, growth mindset, you'll use something, one of the strategies you've learned to build on top of that. And ultimately, that is what the innovator's mindset was mainly about, or showing your students that they are able to do something they haven't been able to do before. After reading, I really put in perspective what change meant. And change is a scary thing for both students and teachers. Neither one expects change or likes change, but the good thing about change is that it happens and it happens so often that we need to embrace what changes we made in our classroom to help the students understand we're doing it in a positive way. When you are a teacher and you're changing, the innovator's mindset kind of describes it as like a learning curve or setting yourself up for failure. But in reality, it's not failure. Change helps us develop as a student, as a teacher, and it also leads us to different paths in our educational career. Wrapping up kind of what the whole innovator's mindset was about is this diagram, and it kind of just talks about the 8 characteristics of the innovator's mindset. So, reflection is a big thing, resilience to push through that change or that difficult time, empathy towards you as the teacher and your student. Um, Problem finders is a really big one. Sometimes students are leery about trying a new project or whatnot. So you as a teacher need to help them embrace those problems and find solutions with it and as well as take risks. The great thing about innovation is that it is taking something you're doing and changing it, meaning there is no right or wrong answer to it. It is simply what the students are doing that is what we are looking at. For my innovative project for this, I decided to use Flipgrid as a cool innovation way instead of just a generic, paper or filling out questions for an assignment. So you'll see what I did with Flipgrid in a couple minutes. Flipgrid is kind of like a learning community. So students are able to post videos and then see the rest of their classmates' videos as well as comment on one another. So it's a great resource for reflecting on assignments or reflecting on papers, and then as well building that community by having students respond to one another in an appropriate educational manner. As part of my initial idea, I really wanted to use Flipgrid in my workplace, and use it with the adults that I work with and kind of do a reflection on the money management unit that we have been doing. But I was unsuccessful in getting approval for that, so I had to take a different route, and I actually used one of my siblings who was doing a reflection project and kind of took it into Flipgrid to show that it is a great place for reflection and as well as having the teacher or student comment. So her video will play now.
About one of my projects that I had in human development class. One of my projects I had to take home a baby for class, which is programmed by a computer, but is based off a real baby's diary. I really liked it because it gave me like hands-on experience with the baby and like what a real parent has to do and like how many times they have to wake up during the night. It was really what was hard about it is that I had to wake up so much and I still had to manage my time and like manage my schooling. And I'd probably
Reflecting in this sort of way can lead to success. Not only does reflecting help you grow, but it also surrounds you with individuals who are willing to share their thoughts on your ideas and kind of help you build up your self-esteem in this sort of aspect. Going back into the innovator's mindset, it talked about mistakes and how they are essential to learning. Through this project, I believe that this has become more clear to me as I want to really show my students that mistakes are okay. And in order for us to learn and grow, we have to make mistakes in our educational backgrounds. Overall, the innovator's mindset puts teachers in a place to make changes, create new ideas, recycle and reuse new ideas to build better ideas, brainstorming, creativity, and to really build that sense of community between teachers and students. So, overall, I believe innovation is very, very effective, and I cannot wait to use it in my actual classroom.